I was dating a guy who worked pretty high up in state government. Clean-cut, well-spoken, driven. He had that powerful, put-together air about him. The type of man who made decisions that actually shaped things. I liked that about him. He seemed like someone who had it all figured out. Until one night, when everything changed, we were lying in bed, talking about fantasies. You know, just that fun, open-ended conversation couples sometimes have to spice things up. We were joking around at first, me teasing him about being such a by-the-book kind of guy. He laughed, hesitated for a second, then said, "All right, you want to hear mine?" I was expecting something simple. Maybe a public adventure, maybe something about a secretary, some kind of powerful man fantasy. But no. What he said made me go silent. "I want to wear your stockings and a dress," he admitted, looking straight at me, "and have a threesome with another guy." I stared at him, not because I was judging, but because I wasn't prepared for that. At all. I took a second, then forced out a laugh, trying to make it light. "Oh, that's different." "Too much?" He smiled nervously. I just wasn't expecting it. I tried to keep my voice even, but my mind was racing. Not because I thought there was anything wrong with it, but because this composed, structured, polished guy who always presented himself as the ultimate alpha male had been hiding something so far from the image he projected. He could tell I was processing. "It's not like a deal breaker or anything," he added quickly. "Just something I've thought about. I don't expect it to actually happen." But now, I couldn't unsee it. Every time we were intimate, the image of him in my clothes, with another man involved, popped into my mind. And the weird part? A small part of me actually wanted to see it. Not for me, but for him, just to see if this man, who always seemed to carry some kind of weight on his shoulders, would finally look free. Over the next few weeks, I started noticing other things. His impeccable attention to his clothes, the way he watched certain men when he thought I wasn't looking. It was subtle, but it was there. And then, the real twist happened. One night, he left his laptop open. I was reaching over to grab my phone and the screen caught my eye. A chat window was open. At first, I thought it was work, but then I saw it messages from a guy named Nate, and they weren't work related at all. "You looked amazing in those pictures. Couldn't stop thinking about you all night." My stomach flipped. I scrolled up pictures, not of Nate, of my boyfriend, dressed exactly how he had described that night. Stockings, a lace garter, a short, silky dress. And the worst part? The timestamp. He sent them while he was at work, while I thought he was in meetings, making policies, talking to politicians. I felt the world tilt beneath me. It wasn't the fantasy that broke me. It wasn't even the secret. It was the fact that he had been living it without telling me. The man who prided himself on control, on order, on integrity was sneaking around behind my back. I didn't say anything right away. I waited. I watched. And sure enough, over the next few weeks, he kept sneaking away. More messages, more late-night work events. So, I set a trap. One night, I told him I had a work trip out of town for the weekend. He kissed me goodbye, told me to call when I landed. I pretended to leave, then doubled back an hour later. And there it was. His car, still in the driveway. A second car pulling up. A man stepping out. I stayed in my car, heart pounding, watching as they disappeared inside. Less than 10 minutes later, the bedroom light turned on. That was it. My proof. I left. I didn't need to see more. The next morning, I sent him a text. "Hope you had a good night. I won't be coming back." No confrontation. No argument. Just the end. He called. He texted. He begged for a chance to explain. But I didn't need to hear it. I will be very grateful if you subscribe to our channel. My husband is ridiculously good-looking, broad shoulders, defined abs, biceps for days, veiny forearms, tall, with sharp features, green eyes, and thick, soft hair. Women check him out everywhere. His coworkers flirt with him. Random women at the gym find excuses to talk to him. And on top of that, he's polite, articulate, witty, and always respectful. A total dream guy. But only I know that his self-esteem is in the gutter. He hates himself, thinks he's ugly, stupid, and completely worthless, regrets even being born. He's been in therapy since he was 19, 10 years now, switched through multiple psychiatrists, and still nothing really changes. He's trapped in this cycle of self-loathing, and it's sucking the life out of me too. At first, I thought I could help him, love him through it, show him all the good in himself. But the thing about being with someone who doesn't love themselves, they have an endless hunger for validation, and no matter how much you pour into them, it never feels like enough. I've spent years reassuring him that he's amazing, that I love him, that I choose him over and over again. And for years, he's answered with a half smile, a shrug, or worsey bitter, "I don't know why you even bother." It's not just words, it's the way he moves through life. He doesn't take care of himself anymore, doesn't exercise, even though his body is still holding on to the last remnants of his old routine. He barely eats right. He sleeps in late, calling in sick for work more often than not. And when he is awake, he's either lost in his head or stuck on his phone, scrolling mindlessly through whatever keeps him distracted. I've tried everything. Date nights, trips, pushing him toward hobbies he once loved. I even once printed out dozens of little notes with reasons why I loved him and hid them all over the house. He found them, read them, and later told me, "That was really sweet, but I don't deserve it." I used to have a savior complex, but I grew out of it. He didn't. He needs constant reassurance, and I just don't have it in me anymore. His apathy is relentless. It's hard to enjoy anything when someone you love is stuck in a black hole. And now I'm at a breaking point. Because for the first time, I met someone else. It wasn't intentional. I didn't cheat. But there's a guy at work, he's funny, confident, full of life. The kind of energy that pulls you in and makes you feel awake again. We talk. We laugh. We don't flirt, but there's an underlying tension I can't ignore, and I hate myself for it. I haven't crossed a line, but I think about it. Not even about him specifically, but about what it would feel like to be with someone who actually enjoys life, someone who lifts me up instead of dragging me down. And that thought alone makes me feel like the worst person alive. We have a mortgage, a dog, a shared car, and nearly a decade together. Walking away isn't just an easy decision. And the worst part? I don't know if he'd even keep fighting without me. I love him. He's an incredible person, but I'm drowning in his sadness and I don't know how much longer I can keep my head above water. I used to think love was enough. That if you cared enough, tried hard enough, stayed long enough, you could fix someone. But now I wonder, how long can you hold on to someone who doesn't even want to hold on to themselves?